Identifying.
Standby one. Let's go.
You are about to experience the uncensored conversations, stimulating wit, and the thought-provoking wisdom. Bold, raw, and uncut. Right now, on the LanceScurv Show.
Upset that her boyfriend moved on, she decided to torture their baby. Jamelle Peterkin, a 23-year-old woman from Humble, Texas, was upset that her boyfriend had moved on with another woman. Allowing her jealousy to consume her, Peterkin took out her rage on the innocent baby. After finding out that her boyfriend and father of a 1-year-old son had a new girlfriend, Peterkin began to act violently toward their 1-year-old son. To get her baby's father's attention, Peterkin allegedly sent him photos and videos of her torturing their son. However, her son's father was not receiving the messages. What Peterkin didn't know is that she was blocked from contacting her child's father. According to NewsFix, Peterkin's baby's father got arrested and his new girlfriend got possession of his cell phone. As she decided to snoop through his phone, she discovered that Peterkin's number was blocked. After unblocking her number, she made a horrific discovery. My brother is incarcerated. His girlfriend was snooping through his phone, and she saw he had her, Peterkin, on the Do Not Disturb features. So she took it off, and the phone vibrated for an hour straight. When she looked, there were over 300 messages from Peterkin and 64 videos, explained Ranisha Broadnax, aunt to the 1-year-old. Once Broadnax was informed of the videos, she decided to do something to save her nephew. Remembering Peterkin's address, Broadnax called the Humble Police Department fearing that her nephew was dead. According to Broadnax, the police department took it lightly and didn't do anything. In a desperate attempt to save her nephew from abuse, Broadnax posted the videos to Facebook. After I put the post up, someone from the New York Police Department called me, and from all different states, police were calling, Broadnax said. Then a detective called me from the Humble Police Department asking where Janelle was. To say that the videos are heartbreaking is an understatement. Broadnax said she obtained 64 of them, showing the innocent child strapped in a car seat, unable to get away from his mother. That's too bad. That's too bad. Yep, I felt the same way, Peterkin allegedly stated. Unable to save himself, the 1-year-old infant stares blankly at his mother while in his car seat. Say, Dad, you should have just left my mama out of your BS. Say that. Peterkin continues. You just want to keep playing, so this is what you get. That's too bad, Jaden. Too effing bad. After visiting the child's daycare, the Humble Police Department saw no signs of abuse. However, the video footage was hard to ignore. Upon watching the videos, Broadnax forwarded them. The case was handed over to the Harris County Police Precinct, who conducted an interview. Investigators were able to confirm that Peterkin made the videos about 90 days ago to show her ex-boyfriend and father of her child he did not care enough about their baby. She was arrested and charged with child endangerment. Peterkin was released from jail after posting a $15,000 bond. While Broadnax was not happy to publicize her nephew's abuse, she is happy that her nephew is out of his mother's care. However, she is still concerned about his well-being as he remains in the custody of Peterkin's family. Broadnax and her brother both live in Virginia. She shared with NewsFix that Peterkin has a history of violence. Her craziness is what got her on the block list, Broadnax said. My brother loves his kids. He has 3 little babies. Janelle has taken him through hell. Neither Peterkin nor her family has given a statement to NewsFix. Black people, I'm going to say it like this. Look, we have cases across every race and culture where children are abused. But this is something, again, I'm going to point out, that we were just not known for stuff like this. Black people, you're losing it. You lost it. You're living down to the standards that many have projected for us to live down to. And you're eating it up and you're acting it out. You don't get a pass anymore because we traditionally didn't do things like this to our kids. We always looked out for our women and our children. Now we have mothers who are doing things like this to their children. And this is one case that way. Now, don't get on my case and talking about, oh, you're bashing a black woman. First of all, she's a female. She's not a woman. She's not a lady. Okay? She's a lowlife. Call it for what it is. That's why we have that word in the dictionary. And I've talked about stories where it's been both the man and the woman, and or in different cases where they've killed children, tortured them. There's too much of this getting out there. If this is supposed to be our future, look at what we're doing to our future. But look how cold we've become. And it always goes around. I mean, okay, the aunt had to post this to Facebook to get some results. At first, the Humble Police Department, they took this lightly. But then when it was put out there, all of a sudden, they're calling up to see what's going on. So, look, this is a case where Facebook helped out. Of course, you know what's going on with Steve Steffens, the killer, the Facebook killer who killed the elderly gentleman, and he's on the run right now. Well, maybe by the time you listen to this video, he might be caught. Let's hope so. But why are we doing this to our children? And look, they're like ping pong balls. They bounce around. We use them to hurt the other parent. This young lady, oh God, I forgot. I'm not supposed to call her a young lady. This female entity, this creature, was torturing the son to get back at the child's father because he moved on. Regardless is that the fact that he's arrested right now. That's another story. That has nothing to do with what you're doing to this child. He's a grown man and he can be with whoever he wants to be with. He's not with you. As long as he's taking care of his responsibilities to that child, that's none of your business. And see, too many times there are women out here, and again, I'm going to say it, I'm not bashing black women, but I'm speaking about those who think this way. And there are too many who think this way. And you decent women, stop covering for these animals, because that's what they are. Animals with weaves. I'm not trying to sound like that other guy who bashes black women, but this case here, if you see the pictures, I'm going to try to snatch this picture and put it up. She ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but she got red hair. And she's angling up her hips and, the whole Facebook duck lip thing. I mean, I hate to call anybody ugly, but you know what? Knowing what she did, I can't see her as pretty. Plus, she ugly. Anyway, out the box. So she's even uglier with her bad body self. And she has a nerve. But so many of these youngsters, or as old as I'm getting, everybody is a youngster to me. I'm usually the oldest guy in the room right now, right? Senior citizen status in 1 year. But a lot of them feel as though they're entitled to that man or his energy or his resources once they have a child. Like that's a free pass. And a lot really think this and do stupid things. And they will come up with ideas and tricks when they know that man is living a peaceful life. So all of a sudden, oh, you need to get over here because your baby needs this. You need to get over here because your baby needs that. And they make these things up, some of them. And yes, there are some men out here who neglect their children. I understand that. But we're not talking about that right now. When a story comes up or that's the subject of the show, I will talk about that. But right now, we're speaking about this thing here. And it's terrible because abuse will continue on and on and on. Who knows what the psychological repercussions are going to be on this young child? You don't forget stuff like that. Sometimes you get older and you remember and you suppress it and it comes out later on. We are making ourselves more and more dysfunctional as a people, and we have so much stuff that we got to concern ourselves about outside of the black community about what's coming to attack us. And we're making it easy. We're like maggots crawling over each other, beating down our kids to get back at the baby's father. What kind of mess is that? It used to be where a woman would give her life to save her child. That if a hair on that child's head was going to be harmed, she would give up her life. You were not going to harm that baby. There could be a truck, a Mack truck coming down the street and that baby run out in the street. Back in the day, that mother would have ran out there risking her life to push that kid out the way and let the truck run over her. These days, it's like a child is a pass into that father's life. In this case, where you have the mother who's abusive. And if she doesn't get the attention she wants, she's going to take it out on that child. And I hear it time and time again on my bus. You're just like your no good father. How can you tell that? Okay, she has a 1-year-old, but I've heard them say that to 6 and 7-year-olds, 4 and 5-year-olds. How are you going to tell it to a child? Now you're making the child guilty or bringing him into some kind of mentality that he's not ready for yet. You should never be prepared for something like that coming out of a mother's mouth. These people are sick. And for what she did, she needs to be put under the jail. Because you're killing something in that child. You know, like concrete, when you first put it down, you have to be careful not to walk on it. You have to be careful that anything doesn't fall on it because it's soft and it's setting. And once it's set, it's okay. Well, a child's psyche is the same way. Everything is fresh. You come into this world as a clean slate and you're absorbing so much early on. So even if that child doesn't know the exact circumstances of what's going on in his or her life, they're absorbing the energy and the memories. And that's the foundation from which we move from and move forward in life. So if the foundation is crooked and we do these things to our children, as they get older, they can never see the world properly because the foundation was not set right. So these children that are circumstantial because two people hooked up. And maybe that's the case with the father of this child. Maybe I could tell she's not a high caliber woman. So they probably hooked up and got their groove on a little bit. But now you have a child and the responsibilities change. The focus has changed, but evidently not. You beat this child down to get back at the child's father. And so many of us don't know how to be parents. We don't prepare, yet we get mad at the world when things don't go our way. We lay down with people and have babies, and the babies pop out. And now you're mad at the world because you can't go to the club no more or hang out with your girlfriends or your multiple boyfriends. So you're mad at that child. You're the one who cracked your legs open. Nobody prepares anymore. Look, things happen. And children are a blessing. But most of us don't think. We think with our genitals. We think with our balls, our penis, our clit, our vagina. We want to feel good. We don't want the responsibility that comes with childhood, but we just want to feel good. We just want to get that nut for the night. Ooh, we want to come tonight. I'm going to rock your world, baby. Yeah, but then when that baby comes, you know, you come and you're saying, oh, baby. And when that baby comes, you're going, oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. I wasn't ready for this. Why don't we think? We used to plan. Where are we going to live? How are we going to afford this child? What is my career? What kind of work am I going to do? And we're scrambling after the fact in a sorry state of affairs most of the time. We're in a sorry state of affairs most of the time because we did it to ourselves. We want to act like, oh, yeah, well, the white man is trying to keep me down. Well, if you kept your legs closed and kept your penis in your pants, you can't say nothing about the white man. He didn't do that to you. You got hot in the drawers. You want a future? You take care of your children. We need to heal ourselves up. But the black community now, to me, is like a wound that's trying to heal up, but we keep doing stupid stuff to cut that wound open so it never heals. Where will we be years from now? Looking at our trajectory in my short lifetime from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and then we started tanking, the 90s. Good music and good culture, but there were things going on under the surface. And so now the new millennium came in, and the seeds that were planted in the 80s, they're here now. We got to deal with this. We are out of control. We are ratchet entertainment for the world. And we love to put this stuff up on Facebook. Now, I'm not blaming the aunt who did this because she got things taken care of because she did that, but most of the time, we want attention so bad. Why are we so loud? Why are we so crazy to get attention? It ain't paying us nothing. We're not entertainers. Is our esteem that low that we will do anything to get attention? We'll torture our kids to get attention from the other parent? I mean, really, come on now. I mean, I hope she gets locked up. And I hate to say this word, but it is what it is. I hope the biggest tattooed, gap tooth, big roll in the neck, bald diesel dyke gets a hold of her and smashes all her teeth out to the point where she's picking it up like bloody chiclets and makes her dentist rich. I'm sorry. That's the lowest of low.
Make sure to check out the boldest blog at LanceScurv.com and follow Scurv on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube under LanceScurv.